Hey everyone, I hope you're doing absolutely amazing. And today I just wanted to do a short video. Good luck with short. I can never do a short video, but I'm trying on accelerated weight loss. Now, I could tell you that this is all about intermittent fasting, keto, calories, macros, but it is actually goal setting and what you do in your mind and what you do for a visual and what you do for a date and what you do for your affirmation that honestly makes a difference in weight loss. What do you say to yourself? I'm fat. This is not going to work. Will this ever change? What if I get there and gain all the weight back? Oh my gosh, what if I start eating carbs again? And the list goes on. If this doesn't fit for you, hallelujah. But for most people, it fits. It's really important. Our subconscious does not know the difference between what is real and what isn't. I was just speaking to a dear woman the other day think about going to a movie. You're sitting there watching a movie and a scene comes up that's very emotional. You know darn well that that's not real, they're just actors, and yet you are sobbing your heart out. It's a movie. That's all it is. Or think about when you even know the difference in a horror movie, you know Jason's not coming around the corner to stab you, right? You know this, and yet you're like all over the place, jumping in your chair, hiding. Okay, our brain does not know the difference. So what you tell your brain and how you talk to yourself makes a huge difference. I am a very slim woman. I am a very sexy slim woman. I am very slender. I am very, what is it for you? Okay, what are you saying to yourself? Because it has to be the outcome that you're speaking of, not how you're feeling today when you look in the mirror. Okay, so you need to find words that fit for you that you feel great about. We were talking the other day about I don't like the word skinny. Okay, but you might love the word skinny. Maybe you want to be skinny. In my mind, if I say I'm skinny, I feel like that is a sick person. I want some meat on me. I don't want to be skinny. Again, just an example of that word wouldn't fit for me. But I would love to be lean and svelte and feel strong and look great and toned. So those would be my words. What are your words? What's really important here, guys, women or men, because I know I have both on here. What's really important is that you actually really decide what it is you want and what you want it to look like. So I do recognize 100% that we are all about health, but I also know from working with enough clients, and I know for myself, there is a certain feel and a look that we want to our outsides. So a body composition that we feel really good about. But you know what? If you don't know what it is and what it looks like, then it's going to be really difficult. So I've had countless experiences with people, maybe 5'9", just give you an example, 5'9", that weigh 210 pounds and their goal is to weigh 120. Do you know what a 5'9" woman looks like at 120? So you need to be very specific about what do you want that to look like. Okay, so what I'm going to suggest to you is a vision board. And what I want you to do is go on your computer, or it can be you. Maybe it can be you 10 years ago, where you want to look like that. And those are the clothes you want. And no, maybe not 10 years ago. That's the fit you want, the comfort level you want. And get the picture cut out and put it wherever you're comfortable in your home. Everybody has different family situations. What I have done in the past is I've put a picture of where I'm at body-wise. when I'm at my uncomfortable self. Put a picture on the fridge body-wise of where I'm at, and then a picture of the body that I want. And so I clearly see it on the fridge. And when I go there, it just kind of stops me in my tracks going, okay, I want that, so I'm going to stay on track. Now in my office, as an example, I have a vision board, not with what I don't want. Everything is with what I want. Everything is with what I want. That's super important. Always look at what you want. So the vision board that I see is a woman that's very slender, toned, feels great. Even the emotion on her face is phenomenal. It feels like freedom. She feels amazing. You want to look at the emotion part of it as well. So number one, what I want you to do is create an affirmation, or more than one, that you can say on a regular basis in the morning, during the day, before you go to bed. Most important times are before you go to bed. I would say it 10 times. Don't worry if he thinks you're crazy or she thinks you're crazy. Just let them know, or go in the bathroom and do it. It's nicest right before you're falling asleep. I want you to say that affirmation. I am a beautiful, toned, slim woman. I feel absolutely amazing about myself. Guys, you're going to make up your own affirmation, and please keep in mind that your words might be totally different than mine. Okay, you might be in a position. I worked with somebody the other day, an older woman that wants to be able to be on the floor up and down with her grandchildren. She's not worried about being a beautiful, slim, sexy woman. That's not where she's at. Where she's at is she wants to be mobile. She wants to be fast. She wants to play with her kids. That's what's important to her. So it's not all the same, okay? What is your affirmation? You're going to say that over and over and over again. Here's another one. I lose weight with great ease. It just slides off me. I am so excited about the pace this weight loss is happening at. That's another great one. Create the excited emotion instead of the, oh, this is not going to happen. It's taking so long. I'm fat. I still have a tire. Whatever it is, you have to see yourself as the woman or man you want to become. So the picture will do that. So then we have the affirmation, we have the picture, so you can look and go, that's what I'm striving for, because that's what you want to go get a hold of. A lifestyle of changing habits is not sustainable without knowing why you're doing it. So you need to look at that picture every time. For the grandma I was talking about, she needs to have a picture of her kids, or kids with a grandma that's very mobile and very small, not very small, smaller, because we know that when you're larger, it is harder to be mobile. Okay, so it might not be a picture of you and your grandkids. It might be a picture of somebody, a woman just being super happy playing with her kids. Whatever it has you go, oh my gosh, that's it. Then that's what you want to focus on. The next thing is taking your goal and making sure that it's a SMART goal. Really important. So time is very important that you actually have. If you have 150 pounds to lose and you immediately pick the goal of 150 pounds, you know what? That is so big in a person's mind that they can barely get started. Because if you're losing 2 pounds a week, oh my gosh, that's never going to happen. So you just don't do it. You don't want to do that. Yes, the overall goal is 150 pounds, but then from there, what you want to do is you want to start with 5-pound loss, 10-pound loss, 30-pound loss. Many of you have shared on our private keto group and some publicly, you know, your first goal was 20 pounds. I remember one gal was 8 pounds, one was 12, one was 20, one was 25, one big milestone, Lori shared it, 44 pounds. There are all sorts of different milestones for different people, but make sure your goal is realistic and measurable. So SMART, just a reminder, make sure your goal is specific. So what do you want to lose? You could do your long-term goal, but let's work with a short-term goal. So in the next month, at 2 pounds per week, I'm going to lose 8 to 10 pounds. Okay, so that's for starters. Then you can go more from there. Once you hit that, create another one. So you can celebrate all of the goals along the way. And that will help you get to your long-term goal and into a maintenance phase. So specific. Then there is measurable. So to say that you're going to lose 50 pounds in the next 2 months, I'm going to say that's pretty darn unhealthy. So is it measurable? Yep, it's measurable. I've lost 50 pounds. But at the same time, well, I guess that's more in the realistic realm, not the measurable. Okay, let me just back up for a second. I went ahead of myself. Measurable is exactly that. You weigh yourself, you see that the 50 pounds is lost. But I'm going to bring that back when we come to the realistic part. So measurable is measuring because sometimes the scale doesn't move. Sometimes what happens is your body composition is changing. You can feel your clothes getting lighter, but your scale still stays the same. Some of the reasons for that is inflammation. Some of the reason for that is maybe you drank a ton of water that day and it just is sitting there and you're feeling heavy on the scale. Some of it is hormonal if you're a woman. The time of month makes a difference to weight. The other thing is muscle weighs more than fat. So many people start exercising when they change their lifestyle, and all of a sudden the scale isn't moving because they're starting to lose fat and gain some muscle. So again, the body composition. So the measurable part of that is it's measurable to know your clothes are fitting big. It's measurable to actually do the measurements, and it's measurable on the scale. So the next thing, is it attainable? So again, this is I want to go with the attainable and the realistic. So what we are taught in this field is what's a safe, healthy weight loss is about 2 pounds a week. So that is very much attainable. When you're saying you want to lose 10 and 15 and 20 and 30 pounds a week, that is not attainable. And I'm going to pull in the word realistic here, and that's not realistic either. Now, granted, I know some of my clients have lost 40 pounds. Mel talked about it right in public, a 40-pound loss in under 3 months. Her husband, a 54-pound loss in under 3 months. That's fantastic. That's not going to happen for everybody. They stayed on plan to a T. They didn't deviate from it. So there's different things. And again, depends on a person's stress level. So there's a lot of things that actually play into how quickly you lose and where you lose. And I don't mean spot losing. I just mean in the sense that your clothes start changing, the scale might not. So you want to keep it specific, measurable, attainable, and realistic. So back to the realistic, when I talked about losing 50 pounds in a month, that is very unhealthy. That would starve you. Your brain would not function properly. So what you want to do is what I teach and support is healthy nutritional ketosis. So you won't see me giving somebody a 500 cup of bulletproof coffee, because that will take away from the nutrition that you need to feed your brain and support your body functions and your health. So when we look at that, you're going to see that it needs to be something at a pace that is healthy for you. So there's what we look at realistic. And in the coaching between you and I, if I'm your coach, or maybe you have another coach, you do want to look at the fact that is it realistic? And that will also help you with the timing, because that's what's next. SMART is the last one. T is it timely? You want to have a time frame, because truthfully, it's very hard to think about, I have to do this for the rest of my life. I have to do this for a year. It's like, no, one day at a time. And the first thing we're going to look at is, let's look at your first month goal. So in your first month, let's look at losing 10 pounds. And here's how we're going to do it. And of course, between my team of dietitians, making sure that they give you the calorie count that you're going to work with, then the actual plan they design, and then I come in and create the customization of what you like to eat given that very specific plan and your pattern of eating. So again, some people eat 3 times a day, 2 times a day, 1 time a day, depending on if they're intermittent fasting or if they are just in a regular 3 meals of snack. Everybody's different. So we want to make sure to customize that to your lifestyle so it's not something that's short term. Again, it's sustainable. People have questions all the time about, well, am I going to eat keto and then when I stop, I'm going to blow up? No, it's like any other lifestyle change. If you go back to your old habits, yeah, you're going to blow up. That there's no different than doing anything such as Weight Watchers or Ideal Protein or any diet. When you change your diet and then you go back to your old habits that got you in trouble in the first place, you're going to be in trouble. So it doesn't matter. You need to watch what you eat. And if you're aging like me, you need to watch it even more so. Younger people can get away with it. Over 35, 40, 45, it changes and you need to work on it. And the best thing that I personally can offer is to teach you how, the simplest way possible, so you can just simply sail through it. Now, there's never honestly sailing because there's always the challenge of making decisions. But if you have everything right in front of you, it's far easier than trying to figure out macros and calories and what to eat and how to eat and all that jazz. So between my team of dietitians and I, you certainly will have what you need. So, goal setting. I want you to set goals. So at the beginning of this video, I talked about accelerated weight loss. I'll tell you, it has everything to do with how you speak to yourself, the goals you set, and the vision you see of what you're to look like. Now, again, that's health-wise, body composition, the emotion on the picture on the face, all of that 100% matters. So take the time to do that. Set your goals, cut out some pictures, and even go as far as, let's say you want to be a size 10. Go and shop. You don't have to buy them. Go and shop, take pictures or do it online and cut out pictures and screenshot pictures of the clothes you want to wear when you're size 10. Okay? It makes that much of a difference. Okay, guys, have a fantastic day. I love working with you with a passion. Thank you for the opportunity. And I'm just so excited for all of you to feel amazing every single day because you truly deserve it. Talk to you soon.